What's up, Juventus? It is here. We are not far off from kickoff, about 20 minutes from the season opener against Parma, and I'm fired up. I know everybody was fired up this morning on the preview show. We had a blast. It was a great discussion, but the time is here. We also have the starting lineups. We are going to get to that and look at one little surprise change in there that Tudor did make. All right, and now some are questioning the formation. We'll get into it all, but a reminder, as you get in here, as you sign in, as you tune in, I need you to do something, and that is number one, hit that like button. Number two, subscribe. You're going to want to be subscribed to the channel. This is our kit giveaway to kick the season off right. It is a new home kit. It is with number 10, Yildiz on the back, and all of you subscribers are going to have a shot at that one. All right, so good luck. The winner will be chosen September 14th. All right, so that's going to be a hot date around Juventus as well. September 14th, right after a match against the Snakes. All right, what better way to give a giveaway? Hopefully that could be a fantastic post-match session. All right, now we're going to get into everything here coming from the game side of things. This is the starting lineup. All right, first off, welcome aboard, everybody. Ja Crispy coming in here. Ciao tutti. Dan Davenport. Ciao, ciao. Shatterstar in here. Let's take it to Parma. Abhishek coming in here. Mitch in here. Ciao, ciao. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is this true? I've just got in here into the live. I don't even have the feed going, but is this actually legit going down? No, I've got Yildiz in there starting. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't have that. Yildiz just injured in warm-ups? That is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Great, great start. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So Tudor's going to have to pivot from what we have as our starting lineup, because this is what was slated to start for Juventus. By the way, odd graphics for the 25-26 season. This is officially from Juventus, but this was what it was set to be. Di Gregorio, Gatti, Bremer, Kalulu, and Kelly. All right. Locatelli, Thuram, Cambiaso, Conceição, Yildiz, and David. Some thinking we're not playing the 3-4-2-1. I would have just expected that Kalulu is going to play right wing back to start the game. So Tudor going that route. Gatti and Kalulu both working the right. Would want some more dynamic, but again, I'm not seeing anything as of yet for Yildiz posted by anybody, but I'll take your words. You're watching the warm-ups and everything, and something happened, but I'm waiting for somebody to announce something official at this point. But wow, I don't see anything as of yet. I am going to stay tuned to that. We'll obviously all have eyes on that, but drop a like while you come in. We'll have to see how he adjusts and what Tudor dials up, if that is in fact the case, and that Kenan Yildiz is out to start this thing. And yeah, that would just be an absolute shame. Absolute shame. What a way to kick things off if he can't go. It was on DAZN at warm-up. Wow. So I'm literally just about to get into the feed here for Juve and Parma. I was just watching the end of Como and Lazio, where Lazio fell 2-0 to Como. Como's going to be one to watch here. Right now, my feed is just on preview, so it's not even there at warm-ups. It's just like a preview feed for that game, so I'm still not seeing that one or catching it. But, man, what a drag. What a drag that's going to be if that is, in fact, the case. Terrible, terrible news. Let's see. What's he going to dial up? What's Tudor going to dial up? If Yildiz cannot go, you'd have to expect probably Nico Gonzalez would be the call to step in there. Would he pull Colt Miners in there to take that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Can the lineups be changed after announcing when there are injuries in warm-ups? Yes, they can make those changes. But, man, I need to see something here. I'm not seeing anything on this Yildiz thing. DAZN too. Was it just their announcers? Like, yeah, I don't see anything. So my prediction's still in play for Kenan Yildiz to score the first goal of the 25-26 season. Let's wait and see what develops here. But holy, I don't know. Let's see. You guys, predictions regardless. Let's wait to hear what's going on with old Kenan there. But what are your predictions for this game? We had very optimistic predictions from the match day preview. 3-0 from both Paulo Trim. I said 3 goals in the first half. Would I change with Yildiz out? I probably would change, but I still think we win, and I still think we win comfortably, all right? But drop me your predictions in the chat right now. Let's go. Holy Calvin is the espresso was good over there for Calvin today, all right? Good espresso there with an 8-0. Shatterstar 3-1. Gio sticking with the 3-0. That's our scoreline for the past 3 match openers, season openers. 3-0. 2-0 to Juve, I think. 4-0 with a Vlahovic goal. I also called Vlahovic to bag one off the bench. Beno, 2-0. Antonio, 2-0. Shakrispi, 2-1. Taram and Yildiz. 2-0 is without Yildiz. If Yildiz gets injured, we've Berto to blame for the jinx. Why always me? Why always me? Come on. Come on. Maybe it's Mas, actually. Mas was the one that said he was going to explode this year and have a Serie A MVP season. So I'm going to say I am safe on this one if we're going to look at jinx. But man, I really made a blunder with Bremer there last year. Holy. Literally, after stating he was the one I was fearful to lose in injury, he gets hurt. But yeah, let's see here. I'm still very much keeping eyes on the situation for everybody here, and I still do not see anything official as far as it stands when it comes to Yildiz. I'm looking and I'm looking. I still can't see it. Yeah, I still don't see it. So fingers crossed. I think we're going to be okay. Yilmaz and not Yildiz. Maybe. Jeez. Anybody but. I don't think it's Yildiz. I'm still not to see anything. And usually Giovanni Albanese is probably like, I think he sleeps at Allianz. I literally think he lives in the J Hotel. He'd probably jump on that one. There's a number of other guys that would jump on that. I haven't seen it. They only show the Parma players. Mitch, Paz is being linked to Tottenham. You guys are all having Nico Paz, by the way. Solid game. I put him in my Fantacalcio. If you haven't joined our Fantacalcio, you got to find the post on YouTube. It's got the code there. You just build your team on the Kickist app. Okay, Kickist app. And then just use the code and jump aboard our league. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ciao to Paulo jumping in here. We're getting ready for this match. We're not far from kickoff. It's showing me highlights from thrilling 0-0 encounter between Genoa and Lecce, which I really don't care at all. Where are we at here? Now we move live to Juve and Parma. Juve gotta kick things off right. Looks like the feed in about 1 minute and 40 seconds is going to be jumping to the stadium, and then we're going to be ready to rock, everybody. Absolutely love it. As you sign in, again, get those likes up. We want maximum amount of likes here, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's make this a big season. Yeah, Mitch, I'm on DAZN. However, it's different here because DAZN is actually partnered up with Fubo. So DAZN is the entity you sign to and everything, and it's actually Fubo's feed that DAZN shows. So they've kind of done this partnership thing. Whatever gets me away from the Fubo app, though, I'm happy because that thing was a disaster last season. It was so choppy and crapping out all over the place. So yeah, 45 seconds, it's going to be going live to the stadium. And I expect it to be great scenes there for the season opener. Do I listen to metal music? I listen to absolutely everything. Depends what kind of mood I'm in. Depends on the mood. 20 seconds to go into the feed, everybody. I'm popped. Again, we'll show you the starting 11. Mitch has got everybody fired up here about an injury to Yildiz in warm-ups, but for now, until I see otherwise, this is our starting 11. Di Gregorio, Gatti, Bremer, Kelly, Kalulu, Locatelli, Thuram, Cambiaso, Conceição, Yildiz, and Jonathan David. And still nothing on Yildiz. It appears we are good. That might be, right now, Mitch, you're safe. But you might be seeing one of these. You might be seeing one of these if we're all good. Right now, the feed has kicked on. We're looking at Pellegrino from Parma. Andrew Juve, great to see you in there. Great to see you in here, amigo. Busy summer, but we're back. Time to rock. The announcements are coming out. Nothing's changed. Should be good. Let's rock. Oh, yeah, okay, we're going to go yellow on Mitch. Just a yellow. Just a yellow. Okay? Gio saying, always like the journalist trying to be first. Limoncello on hand for this game. Lovely, lovely. Pino. Let's take a page out of Pino's playbook here. Let's hit that like button. Subscribe. No worries at all, Mitch. Don't worry. We're just having fun. We're just having fun. We got to give you the gears for that one. You scared us all, man. Heart palpitations there for Juventini when we hear Yildiz injured. We got the light show at the stadium here. Getting fired up. This is getting me fired up. I don't even need a light show. I don't need some cinematic music to get me fired up. I'm fired up. I want that crowd just rocking. We're looking at the dressing room. The lads getting ready. Getting ready to take that final walk through the tunnel and then kick off the 25-26 season. What does it hold in store for Juve? Well, we're going to find out, and we're going to do it one step at a way together. One step at a time. Storm the barns. Let's go. Mitch said, you missed Storm Bar. Did you record your version of Cold as Ice? Oh, man. I should record a version. Put it on Spotify. We'll do a song list. The AJC song list. Not just podcasts on Spotify. We'll start having songs. I should. But Cold as Ice. Will we have a Cold as Ice celebration today? I think Jonathan David's getting on the scoreboard today. That's a bet. That's a bet I'm quite confident in taking. Very, very confident in taking that one. All right, just getting some last things in order for this feed, and then we're ready to rock. They're going through the starting lineups. He's still in there, everybody. We're good. We are good. We are good. Boom. Boom. Andiamo. Andiamo. Three-one prediction coming in here. Parma in the classic strip, yellow and blue. Juve should be coming out in their homes. Quite a lot going on here. 5 minutes from kickoff here. 5 minutes from kickoff. Mastermind Juve fan from Jamaica. Great to see you in here. Everybody take a second, drop a like, let's go. And feel free to fire away with your predictions. We got a Lloyd Kelly goal call. De Chiliopa has turned his attention from De Chilio to Lloyd Kelly. Kelly now becomes the Lord. 4-1. Kelly scoring today. Gio seems to think he scores the one that goes against us. Own goal. Nah, I hate Kelly. All right, at least you're honest. There you go. There you go. Everybody, we're fired up here. I can't wait. Let's get to the action. Come on. Let's go. Let's get into the action. Abhishek. 2-1 Juve. An own goal. 2-0. There you go. Hey, speaking of headers, even though we're got a joke here or whatnot, but set piece goal. Called one for Bremer. I made a bold statement saying we get 3 in the first half. 3 in the first half. Can we make that happen? Am I crazy for that one? Well, I think I'm crazy for a lot of things. Not just that one, but that might be a crazy claim. But I'm saying 3 in the first half. Header goal from Bremer would be fantastic. Forza Juve coming in here. Let's go. You know what? Speaking of the league, speaking of Serie A and their shortcomings, the massive market over there, Sweaty, and the fact that you guys have no coverage is just, it's mind-blowing to me. It's just silly. Absolute nonsense from the league. But I got you covered. Fede hater, Berto. Oh, man. Hey, actually, I did say Bremer, it'd be cool if he ran him over in Champions League. We got a Yildiz sighting with the young lads all trying to get a high five from Kenan Yildiz. He's coming out. We're good to rock, everybody. Let's go. Starting lineup right here so you can take a look at it again. Weird graphics this year. Official graphics from Juventus here with this like old Nintendo style game set up here. Di Gregorio, Gatti, Bremer, Kelly, Kalulu, Locatelli, Thuram, Cambiaso across the middle, Conceição, Yildiz, and Jonathan David up top. My prediction, I'm standing firm, all right? 4-0. 3 goals in the first half. 3 goals in the first half. Swarming Parma, pushing them back. And a lot of work for the guys up top. Getting some love for the Parma away jersey. Usually those are their homes. It probably will be their homes. It's their standard colors. Just wear them on the road for us. Let's hope Suzuki there's got a busy day because that means we're peppering them. Let's go. So still 3-4-2-1 is what is expected. Kalulu is going to play as your right wing back. Everything else remains the same as projected. Di Gregorio, Gatti, Bremer, Kelly, Kalulu right wing back, Locatelli, Thuram, Cambiaso, Conceição, Yildiz, and David. For the visitors, Suzuki in goal, De Prato, Zuccati, Valenti, Levic, Bernabe, Keita, Ordonez, Valeri, and then Almqvist and Pellegrino. Pretty much exactly what we expected in the match day preview this morning. And they now are showing the graphics on the feed here. We're not far from kickoff, everybody. And then the fun begins for 25-26. And yeah, huge day to Serie A. Leaving you guys high and dry over there in India for coverage. That is just, it's brutal. It's just a joke. It really is. And sadly, the guy in charge is probably just going to get promoted yet again. All right. Let's get this photo with the officials over and let's move on. Here's the VAR room. Hopefully they have no part to play in this one. VAR Center 5. Hopefully they have nothing to get involved with. Del Prato, Gatti, Valenti, Love, Cordonies, Gaeta, Valeri, Almqvist, Bernabe, and Pellegrino. So they're actually listing them to mirror us in a 3-4-2-1, whereas listed on most 3-5-2, but it is pretty similar. We see the famous huddle coming from a retiro many seasons ago, around 2 or 3. Feels like a lot of seasons since then because it's been a little bit of a mess. It's time to get things rolling here. We are going to be ready to rock, everybody. Piracy kills football. Yeah. Then give your fans some coverage. Swarid has 0 coverage. And you're saying piracy kills football. The audacity of these guys, eh, Swarid? Unbelievable. Hey, Fangu. They got the audacity to put that up when there's places with no coverage. We're waiting for kickoff here, everybody. There you go. We got it. We're off. We're running. All the way back to Di Gregorio. He launches this one out to the right. Locatelli, little header flicked on by Conceição. David cannot settle it. Frantic start as the ball bouncing around after the long ball. And then in the end, Conceição blocks the clearance attempt. This is going to be a goal kick. And Parma can take a little bit of a breath there from the start. All right, ball's in the middle of the park. Thuram sent forward to David. He tries to head it towards Yildiz, and it is cleared out. But Gatti pounces on this one in the middle to Kalulu along that right flank to Locatelli. Plays it back to Bremer. Now to Lloyd Kelly. He has quite a bit of space ahead of him. Plays it to Cambiaso. Soft floating pass into Thuram as Parma immediately backs up. Thuram settles a bad pass from Cambiaso. Carries forward. Cambiaso's turned back to Lloyd Kelly. Has Bremer to his right. Bypasses him to Gatti, who's along the right flank. Inside to Locatelli. Scans, finds Conceição. Back to Bremer, who's right at the halfway line now. Over to Kelly. Moving up the left side. To Cambiaso, right against that left flank. Tries to beat 2 guys. It's out. It's going to be a Juventus throw. You're looking at Carlos Cuesta. He's like the youngest manager in the league. 30 years old, taking over, coming from the school of Arteta. It's going to have a lot of work to do with Parma this season. Notable miss will be Dennis Mann, who obviously was transferred out. And they didn't really do a whole bunch to replace. Thuram on it now. Taking his time. Slides it over to Gatti on the right. Now out to Kalulu. Right against that flank. Cuts inside centrally. Over to Locatelli. Locatelli now to Thuram. Parma dropping back a lot. Thuram starts to drive forward a bit. Now finding Conceição on that right. Trying to isolate him. He's in the area. Cuts inside. Tried to have a cross there. Was blocked. Now sends it in. Thuram with another flick to the back post. Easily handled by Suzuki. David was trying to get back in from an offside position as he was anticipating the first cross from Conceição coming over. Nothing doing. Long ball. Bremer trying to battle there. Pellegrino shielding here. Does earn the throw-in for Parma deep on the left flank. So Pellegrino battling with Bremer there. Oh, flick onto the back post. A little nerve-wracking there. Long throw coming in. Flicked on header to the back post. Almqvist trying to get onto it, missing, and then a follow-up there, but it's blocked. And that was Cambiasso blocking before it gets to Di Gregorio. So we got a corner kick now to contend. Parma setting it up right now. Looks like Pellegrino and Bremer are pretty much partnered up for this game to be going at it. This is going to be an in-swinger from Parma. And there it is. It's low and easily cleared by Locatelli. No threat there. Jonathan David applying a little bit of pressure here. Parma on it. It's going to go all the way back to Suzuki. Bernabe. Keita and Bernabe working in the middle there. Long ball again. Bremer gets to that one before Pellegrino. Locatelli comes in, cleans it up to Thuram. Thuram sends it to Yildiz, tells him to deal with it. Chest passing all over the place here from Juve. Well, 3 in a row. Thuram to Yildiz to Cambiasso, but they finally settle it to Kelly, who now sends it to Gatti. Over to Conceição. In the middle to Locatelli. Back to Gatti. Over to Bremer. Now to Thuram. Parma definitely shaping up that 5 along the back. They go all the way to Suzuki here. David puts the pressure on him. They launch it up the right flank. Kelly battling with Almqvist. And Kelly does a good job there. Shielding that one away. Using his position. And now we can go at them. Here's Cambiasso. Little through ball in for Yildiz. He won't get there in time. It's cleared. It's going to be a throw-in for Juve. Deep in Parma's territory. That's a little bit better. Del Prato with the clearance there. Del Prato played very well against us last season. Inside pass from Yildiz to Thuram to Locatelli. Trying to find Yildiz there. Conceição tries to slip through there. Not a lot of space. In the end, Cambiasso takes a foul. Almqvist trying to carry the ball beyond him and just get to safety there. And Cambiasso puts an arm across his face for his troubles. Parma moving up the pitch. Suzuki sends this one on a corner ball. Headed back into the middle. Thuram comes in to clean it. Locatelli on the one touch. Finding Yildiz. Has Cambiasso just to his left. Somebody's got to stretch that play quicker. Cambiasso is just waiting like 3 feet away. Just bomb and stretch them. Give Yildiz that space. Yildiz trying to send one in there for Kalulu, making a back post run. Not a bad idea, but it's cut out. And now they're trying to go back. Pellegrino holding his own with Bremer. Big physical battle between those two. Man, Pellegrino pushed him off pretty well there. Big battle there between those two. Free kick now coming for Parma. I gotta say, Pellegrino, man, holy. Dude's a unit. Oh, nice pass from the back there to Thuram. Thuram running at Parma here. He's going into the mix, though. Take it to the side. He loses it, but Cambiasso recovers right against that left flank. Slowly coming in now to Thuram. It's way too slow, boys. Come on. Like, you gotta pounce on them. Not wait till they get back and then throw a 3-foot muffin pass there. Come on, boys. Step on the throttle. Fucking waiting. What are you waiting for? Let's go, Cambiasso. Locatelli on it now. To David, who drops back to get on the ball. To Kalulu. You might need somebody a little bit more dynamic than Kalulu on that outside right if we're going to... if Cambiasso is going to be playing this way, just clinging to a line and not really opening up space for others. He's got to get moving. Need the freedom. And when Kalulu starts stepping inside into the middle like he has now, he's nowhere near the techers to do anything in there, but we'll see. Conceição over to Bremer. To Chico. Now to Kalulu on the outside right there. Conceição making a run for him. He cuts inside. Drops it off for Gatti. Gatti to Bremer. Over to Locatelli. Turns, scans, looking for some options. Now over to Gatti. To Conceição. Into Locatelli. Now across for Thuram. Now we're going to scan from the left. Here's Lloyd Kelly. Let's go. Everybody's on that left side. Yildiz. David. Cambiasso. Kelly. All on that left side. Thuram. Locatelli's now slot to the left side, but from deeper. Now forward for Thuram. Quick exchange between the two. There's got to be some movement. And Locatelli's saying, let's go. Let's get some runs. Nobody's doing it. Now over to Bremer. Look how far back we've got them pinned. Bremer! Holy smokes. Literally from downtown Turin. Has a rip and that one sails on him. Yeah, we need some penetrating runs and we got to actually like take it to them here. Come on. And when you move left to right, like that's fine. But do it quick and hit that area and take it to them. Try and get like a foul in there. Open them up. Scare them. There's one low on the carpet in for Conceição. Turn. Go at him. Don't wait too long. There you go. Out to Kalulu. Right footed cross, back post. It's over Thuram. It is cleared, but Cambiasso is going to recover. Yeah, see, I'm fine with that as long as you're quick about it. Don't take forever. Here, Cambiasso. Out to Yildiz. Double teamed. Gets it back out for Cambiasso. On the carpet out to Gatti. He slows it down. Gets it back to Bremer. Locatelli into Thuram, settled by Cambiasso, trying to turn in the area. And sorry, it was Cambiasso. I thought it was Yildiz. Sometimes they look the same. They're out there. Oh, Kelly! And an awful shot attempt. The fact that he dribbled 2 there was something. And Cambiaso wins this back. No foul as Almquist is looking for it. Gatti to Conceição. We keep Parma pressured here. Chico trying to dribble. Beats the first 2, but then ball gets away from him. Bremer cleans this one up. They want handball, nothing doing. Juve keeps on possession. Now over to Lloyd Kelly. Cambiaso to Thuram. Cambiaso going back post to Chico. Oh my God, a one-hopped header. That's a great ball from Thuram. That is a great ball. Kefren. And that's all it should take. That's what I'm talking about. Quick plays. Arm up by Chico. Thuram sees it and delivers. Tempo, boys. Tempo. Oh, man. Chico on a one-hopper. Here comes a corner. We take it short. Now to the top. Locatelli. And there we go. Dropping it over there. Too easy. This one for Suzuki. My God, we're so out of sorts on set pieces and corners that now we're trying short ones and then dish it back out for the second time cross. Ooh, Gatti. And that's a yellow there. You got to be aware, man. You got to be aware. It's got to be quicker. How does he not know that that pressure's coming? And yellow for Gatti, 14 minutes into the game. On a play, he's got to know that's coming. Statistically here right now, it's 77% possession for Juve. And that Chico one goes down as a big chance registered. We've had 4 attempts. Parma has had 1 attempt with 23% possession. We got to keep the swarm coming. Here's a set piece for them, though. It's going to be delivered in by Valeri. Oh, that's a good one, but Di Gregorio comes out and handles it easily. This is great. Jack Crispy. Gatti, his haircut. Just give up on it, bro. Oh my God. That cut is sinister. Like, if you're the guy making that cut for him too, just do the guy a solid and be like, hey man, listen, I can't respectfully do this for you. Like, it's just a bad call. Speaking of, here he goes. Cuts inside, drops for Locatelli. Now to the outside for Kalulu. Feints across. Again, back to Locatelli. One touch. Oh, that's a good delivery. David. There is a shove on the back. There was a shove on the back on the first ball in. David would have been expected to do much better on the second one. He was also offside on the first cross coming in, but Gatti with the shove in the back there lets that one ruled out very easily there. Looked like the hop got the better of David on that follow-up, but it would have been called off. Or did they not call anything on it? He's starting back where the foul is, so. Oh, Chico coming in there, but we got to run through the middle here. Keita now through ball. Cambiaso beats his man to it, though. Oh, my God. In the end, loses it in the worst spot. Cambiaso, man. All that work to make it crumble at the end. Come on, man. He had the early ball into Di Gregorio, and he put himself in that mess for no reason. Like, come on, Cambiaso. Long ball headed back into the middle. Locatelli settles this one for Kenan Yildiz. Credit to Mitch because he does have tape on his knee. So something did happen in warm-up. So I remove the yellow card from Mitch. Gatti still has his. Gatti to Locatelli. Trying to launch this one for Chico's on it. That's a great ball from Loca. He's trying to get to the back post. Oh, David and Yildiz crossed up. Yildiz needs to shout him off that. You need to be screaming bloody murder, man. Call him off of that one. Oh my God, man. That's just communication there, fellas. Cambiaso now on it. Thuram, ton of possession here. That was a great ball from Locatelli on the one time. And Chico making his moves on. Here's Yildiz dribbling through in the middle. Goal kick in the end. Not getting that final touch from Parma so we can get the corner. Great ball from Lo and Chico. That's a tough one to try and get a better cross on. But yeah, David and Yildiz there. Just got to get playing on, boys. Forget about it. What's done is done. Parma can't keep this one. We got Bremer down. Bremer down after that aerial. Okay. I get nervous when I see that man down. I'm going to be nervous anytime I see that man go down. So he's back up. We're good. Oh, heart palpitations. Tell you. Thuram launching this one. Yildiz needs a new barber Calogero there. I feel like they're using J Medical as a double up. Same people looking after our health or taking or chopping the hair. Well, so much for that 3 in the first half call, hey? That's aging well. My goodness. 3 attempts maybe here. Pellegrino. Foul on Gatti. Oh, man. He's not far off from having a dick and balls on the top of his head there with that cut. Like the shape of that thing. Like you gotta just get rid of it, man. What was that old school player? He literally, it looked like what the top of his head was that. Who the hell was it? I hated that guy. Oh, couldn't stand him. What the hell was his name? Oh, it's not coming to me. It's going to drive me nuts, though. He was like a... Yeah, was he Macedonian? I'm pretty sure he was Macedonian. Actually, a good player, too. Something with the... Was it not something with a P? Pav something? Oh, man. It's going to drive me nuts. Pandev. Thank you. Thuram does have it off his man. It's going to be a goal kick here. 21 minutes, 18 seconds. Go on, Pandev. That's right. Oh, man, his hair. Whew. Gatti's going towards that. Bremer. Launching it halfway line. We got a late foul there, though. Pellegrino and Bremer, man. Big time battle there. Man, Parma's got Moby as a sponsor? Ooh. falling out, trouble somehow. It's probably not Moby, the musician. Wouldn't that be something, though? Starting to get sponsored by musicians? Let's get Juve sponsored by Metallica. Little battles in the middle there. Thuram going for Yildiz, does come away with it. Foul in the back there, though. He takes that one. Yildiz rocking that Don Madley haircut from The Simpsons, man. Get rid of those sideburns. They went a little high. A little high. A little high there. Come on. Set piece here from the side. Octavio, great to have you in here. You haven't missed a whole bunch, I'll be quite honest with you. A lot of possession for Juve. Not much to show for it. One big chance so far. Here's a cross on a set piece, and Thuram goes up for it, but this one floats over Suzuki's goal. No real threat there. %74 possession for Juventus. 2 big chances created. 5 total attempts. 1 attempt on 26% for Parma. It's time to start making them pay, you guys. We got to start actually getting some serious chances here. Okay. X5. Like, enough, dude. Like, you can't watch from there, man. I'm telling you. One more. Okay. One more. And you're gone, dude. Enough. Oh, little flick on from David, just too far ahead of Conceição. Parma trying to work it out from their area. Does find its way to Bernabe. But they have to circle back to Suzuki here. Suzuki now launching it out to the left flank. Little bit of space there, but that's closed down by Kalulu. Get a 1-2 there, and in comes Locatelli with the big time slide tackle, shutting down Parma's advancement there. Valeri set to take this throw from the side. Tudor's wondering the time. There's 25 minutes. 25 minutes into this first half. You want to see Juve get a couple here in this half. Here comes Pellegrino again, working on Gatti. See, that's a pretty even battle. They're both clenching and grabbing. To pick one guy out of it's kind of tough, like in those situations. Like, that's pretty frustrating as a player. You got shirt grabbing both ways. Battling, shielding. But Pellegrino, man. A big kid, man. Oh, Leonardo Bonucci. In the stands. It's going to be working with Gennaro Gattuso with the Azzurri. Good luck and Godspeed, gentlemen. Get us qualified. Here's Valeri with a cross going to the back post, and Di Gregorio pounces on that one. Looking good. The odd moments he's had to step up and come out and collect for Juve. We're at 26 minutes, 45 seconds. 0-0. You've got Cambiasso carrying forward right now, dropping for Thuram. Now over to Yildiz. Lloyd Kelly across that left flank. He's on it now. Inside for Cambiasso. Back outside to Kelly. Now to Thuram. To Kelly. To Thuram. Low blocks, man. We've seen this a lot last year. We got to be able to break it. Got to force them to open up. Now to Gatti. Over to Kalulu. To Conceição. Now out to Locatelli. Back outside for Conceição. Carrying. Oh, bad pass there as he tried to hit Kalulu. But Chico doing great work there and does come away with it. Gets the throw in. Great work from Chico. Bad pass from the get-go there, but fought hard to get the ball back so we can keep possession and keep Parma pinned. Thuram on it, carrying it forward. We need some options here, boys. Inside. Oh, man. See if David moves onto that one, anticipating those first two passes, you can make something happen. Look at Yildiz winning that back. Over to Thuram, up for David. Missed him on the pass as he turned and flat-footed there. Come on, guys. Sharpen up. Those are the moments you want to hurt these teams. And Parma now launching this one up to the half. Kelly with a light shove on the back there. Bremer and Pellegrini going at it again. Pellegrino, excuse me. Not Pellegrini. Probably take 2 Lorenzo Pellegrinis to make this guy. He's a unit. Quick throw in. Now Gatti across to Kalulu. Over to Locatelli. Locatelli sends this one all the way across the left on the carpet for Yildiz. Twisting, turning. Now inside for Locatelli. Quick drop pass to Thuram. Now to Kelly. You got to move the ball. It's got to be fast, boys. Come on. If you get to the line, you're going to pin yourself there at each second you wait. You got to know what to do the second it comes to you. And there's got to be more off the ball movement. Everybody's kind of just watching. So right now we have a major problem. Not with the first guy accepting the ball or even the second progression pass. It's that third. That third guy isn't on his toes. Here inside to David. Now back to Thuram. Cleared out. Here's Chico. Cuts to his right, and that's a slow shot. Rolling in on the carpet. Easily handled by Suzuki. So right now, for me, it's that third guy that's going to come in that just isn't on it and isn't moving. First two are all right. But we need a little bit more. A little bit more off the ball. Now I got a foul. Valeri complaining he wanted the first one. David settles this one for Locatelli. Played over to Chico Conceição. Kalulu ripping forward here, making a run. Now cuts inside. Kalulu's, that's why he should have went with, need a little more dynamic play on that position. Here's Conceição with one low bouncing in. He wants the run in towards goal. Gatti wants it up at his head. Chico saying run towards the goal. Trying to sync it up here, everybody. 3 goals in the first half. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Give me 1 in the first half. 30 minutes, 50 seconds. We got a corner kick here for Juve. Still waiting for that first goal of the 25-26 season. It's going to be an in-swinger from Kenan Yildiz. And here we go. It's delivered and headed out. Only as far as Kalulu. Now tries to send this one back post, and it's too high for Gatti or even Lloyd Kelly. And sails away. Goal kick coming for Parma. Holy. Chico's been the best of the bunch up top. Really, he's the only one that's generated a couple of good sequences for us and had the best chance. We need these other guys moving off the ball like Chico has been. Get up, Bremer. Get up. Actually, Mitch, I do quite well. That's because I never bet on the clubs I support. Because then you bet with here and not with here. That's the number one rule. Never bet. Never bet for me on the clubs that I support. The only time I did was the Euros with the Azzurri. And I put a bet leading into that tournament that they would win it all. And that was a very healthy victory. All right, now we got King Kong mode for Bremer. Let's go. Is that Shaft? Oh, it's Lilian Thuram. You never know if it's Shaft, if it's the Godfather from WWE, Lilian, man. Lilian Thuram. The style with the hat. Love it. Oh, little back heel from Locatelli to Yildiz. Now to Thuram running at the defense. Played forward for David. Little flick on. Oh, and Thuram put nothing on it. It's a lovely little touch for David to just lay it off to him on the run. That's that's his game. Like, calling him for a ton of goals is like, you know, he can add goals, definitely add goals, but he is a facilitator for the others, and it should help them. It's like going from having nobody up top there with Vlahovic to having somebody that actually helps the teammates. Locatelli's having a really clean game, by the way, in the middle. Some lovely one-touch passing, too, and everything. Kelly, up for Cambiaso. Now inside for David. Settles it. Tries to carry it out here. Drops it off for Lloyd Kelly. Starts to move back towards the defense. Here's a cross. It's on the carpet. Terrible crossing, boys. Holy. Oh, Kelly. Oh, my God, Kelly. What the heck is that? That is a routine ball to just settle. Good God, man. And that allows Parma to just relax, and it relieves any stress. Like, just something so silly like that. Parma with it at the back here. Conceição, a little bit of pressure there. Gatti eats this that one up. Oh, David. It's almost like he didn't anticipate that Gaita was just going to let it go beyond him. Battles there. David comes in to help. In the end, they say off of David. Valenti battling there. Bremer, has this one out. Takes the ball so he can get back into position. This could be a Parma throw. 37 minutes, 14 seconds into this first half. It's 0-0. Ton of possession. ton of possession, but nothing to show for. Nowhere near enough chances. Long throw here. Valeri again. Parma. Back there. Yildiz coming in to help. Gaita steps to this one. Out to Valeri. And that's blocked by Kalulu. This is going to be a corner kick for Parma. Pellegrino and Bremer continue battling. Ref's going to have some words here. Here we go. In swinger, going back post. Oh, looked like a little foul there on Yildiz. Nothing doing. David, chest down. Out to Chico. He's off to the races. Gets a double team there. Smartly holds on to this one. Back for Locatelli. And Locatelli eats the foul there. We can regroup. Locatelli telling the ref to watch Pellegrino. That's multiple times. Here's Yildiz. Up for Thuram. Thuram. There's a cross coming in. That's a good one. Oh, Kalulu at the back post. Can't be Valenti there. Or Valeri, excuse me. That's a good ball from Thuram. Thuram's got those back post crosses on. Now that he's shown it a couple times, mix it up. The next one, go short. They're also cheating to the back post. Come on, here it goes. Cross coming in. It's low. Trying to get dealt with there. Thuram trying to get in. Win this one, but Parma clears. Kalulu. Now out to Cambiasso. Finds himself on the right. To Conceição. Inside to Cambiasso's got some space up top there. He's going to dribble in. That's what you need to do. Out to Thuram. Up forward for David. Dropped off here. Oh, shot. Kelly puts it off fucking Gatti's chest. Holy shit. Oy, oy, oy. Boop, 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 boop. Set piece here for Juve. Out on the left. It's taken short. Yildiz working against two. Drops it off for Chico now. Out to Cambiasso. Pulls up. Right-footed in. Swinger. Back post. Bremer and Thuram both there in the end. Just wide of Suzuki's goal. Oh my goodness. Closing in on the first half. Ending here. 0-0. 73% possession still for Juve. No big chances for Parma. One total attempt for them. 10 for Juve. 2 big chances created. Nothing coming from it. Jonathan David doing some work here, but the flag goes up. So it's going to be shut down. Yellow coming to Igor. Gatti heads this one. It's going backwards. Bremer now launching it back forward. David chested down. Can't find Yildiz. Oh, Kaita turns away from two, but Thuram comes in. And he gets the foul. Don't get too carried away, boys, with this ref. I mean, Jesus, you've had damn near 75% possession for the entire first half. Like, time to start asking questions at the other end. Don't worry about these one-off plays and this ref. Like, you've got to generate, boys. Taken short, Bernabe. Now to the outside. Valeri. Crosses this one into the mix. Settled by Pellegrino. Now dropped out. It's Almqvist to the outside. And Valenti can't get it as Kalulu comes back. Cleans it up. Big slide tackle. He does walk away with it. And earns the corner in the end. Big time effort there from Valenti. Corner kick to contend here for Juve. Sent in. It's low. Easy clear there. Locatelli again. Gaita at the back here to collect for Parma. And actually goes all the way back to Suzuki. We are 10 seconds away from the 45-minute mark. We'll probably get 2 minutes of added if I had to guess. Maybe you get a third. 2 minutes added. There you go. Locatelli. Over to Bremer. Now forward for Kalulu. As Chico there on the right. Tries. Yes, that's a good run from Chico. Settle this thing down, man. Oh, my goodness. Trying to take away before you even got a handle on it. Valenti trying to launch this one. Oh, that's blocked by Kalulu. Run back at him. Kalulu. 1 year later. 1 year later. Out to Conceição. Now out to Kalulu. Probably going to have a cross in. There it is. Headed down to the back post. And in the end, Parma clears it. A little flick on Thuram doing a lot to be an option on aerial passing. But he just can't latch onto it to get it on goal. It's a good cross from Kalulu. David just can't direct that to goal. Goes by Thuram. And Cambiasso can't latch on at the back post. Oh my goodness, you guys. 0-0 at half. 0-0 at half. Holy smokes. Yeah. So, I don't really know I just, again, it's this low block. Feels just like watching last season again. There's ideas there. There is much better 1-2s up there. There's just no space. There's no space because we get up top there. Nobody's really holding the width. You've got to commit to something. It's like you're in between. Now all of a sudden you see a good cross in there from Kalulu. Like, you've got to be more direct. It's got to be quicker. You got to mix up the crossing, keep them honest, spread them out. And sometimes you will have to go through the middle when it's there. But in counters, holy hell, is it ever slow? The odd time we do win the ball higher up the pitch, it's way too slow. It's way too slow. Honestly, if I'm looking at this going into the second half, like, get a little bit more dynamic play and get after this. Like I said, in games where it's not really the ball isn't going to be contested like this, when you've got 70-something% possession coming out of that first half, like, make the switch on the outside, get Joao Mario working one side, and I guarantee you that it's going to keep him way more honest and spread out. And the guy can go, and it'll open up worlds for Chico. It'll open up worlds for David as well. Like, it just, there's no fear for me in keeping Kalulu out there. Kalulu is forced to cut inside, and he can't do anything. He can't do anything from that aspect. He can literally stay up there parked on the outside and deliver a cross like that. But every time he's gotten the ball and he's forced to cut inside, he can't do anything. He can't find that next progression, so he just cuts inside and drops it off. And we just recycle, and that's what happens, and that's why you go left to right. Because Kelly either grabs it or Kalulu either grabs it, and then you're kind of high and dry. Cambiasso, if Yildiz wants to hang out on that left flank, then Cambiasso has to come inside. But these guys have to start from deeper. Like, Chico's got the right idea, but up on the left, they're hanging really, really high up there. Chico's coming back, being a part of it. It's giving that wing back the option to get in behind. Chico's doing the most work I've seen out of anybody up front. Off the ball. The off the ball play is what's killing us on the left side because they're all stagnant and they're just watching. So they got to mix it up a little bit better, and don't be scared to send those crosses in. Thuram's crosses are money. When that guy's on the ball, man, Kalulu's got to end up being back post. David's got to head back post as well. Like, oh man, just put it together, sort it out. Shit. And I would do this. I'm 100% with Gio right now. Push Kalulu inside and bring in Joao Mario for Gatti. And Gatti's on a yellow anyways. We don't need... The one thing is that Pellegrino is a super pain in the ass right now, and he is creating problems. And you might want the bigger, stronger guys out there for that added protection. But I would make this switch. I still feel rather comfortable with how the game's being played, that I would make this exact change for the second half, and probably nothing else outside of this. I would just bring Joao Mario right from the outset. That's just me. For Storm the Barn, let's see here. We got Swarit. Our squad depth is extremely worrying. Even today, we have no game changers on the bench. Dushan and Poop will come in, though. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at our bench, Joao Mario, Rugani, Ruhi, Kostic, Cope Miners, Adzic, McKennie, Gonzalez, and Vlahovic. So I have no problem bringing in. It depends where we're at, what we're needing. But, like, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem bringing in Adzic into a game like this later on if you need a break from one of those spots. To me, Kenan Yildiz does look off. He doesn't look himself. He's not really raring to go. I think he's playing through whatever the hell happened to him, that he's got tape on that leg. But I wouldn't be scared to bring in Adzic. Coat Miners for me would be just a switch up to one of Loka or Thuram. But right now, you have absolutely zero reason to pull off one of Locatelli or Thuram. Those guys stay put right now in this one. Yeah, I really see one change. And as far as the game changers go, it might just come down to a fresh set of legs. But I waste very little time. The 3 points here against Parma at home has to come. Get Joao Mario in there. Get Joao Mario in here. Let's bring up some more threat. If anything, the guy can drive the ball forward, get in that area, create some havoc. Do something like that, right? Let's take a look here. I think we've got... Thought I saw cash money coming in here. Here we go. I think we expect too much too fast, though, Berto. We have to be patient. Like I said, no one afraid of Juve or any other team, and small teams play their hearts out. Yeah, I mean, by the way, Pisa's up 1-0 on Atalanta. Some were calling Atalanta to win the Scudetto with Juric. Oof. Listen. It's up to us to instill that fear. As far as teams playing their hearts out, it's a low block. I mean, you have to find a way to figure that out if you're Juve. It's still up to us to figure out. What other teams do, all this, it's up to us to break it down. Half the battle's already here. We're killing them on possession. We're getting all over the final third, but it's just like they can't still figure out what lanes they want to take, right? So it's going to come. I'm not terribly concerned right now for a first game where, and I even said, like, in the green room today after our show to, like, Trim, to Paul, we were talking, and I just said, you know what, like, this is going to be David also realizing what we're up against here versus where he's coming from in France. I go, like, he's going to see a bus today, and it's going to be interesting to see how he deals with it. As the half gone on, he started to find himself in areas where he can kind of get involved a lot. He started just laying the ball off for guys, making those runs forwards and those quick little 1-2s. The problem is, again, something that's followed us over these past couple of years, trying to get too cute. If you're trying to get way too cute, you want to tic-tac-toe into the goal. Good luck. Good luck in Italy against a park bus. It's going to have to be finding ways to quickly switch field, drive the area, try and draw fouls or get dangerous crosses in. Low, hard ones on the carpet from beyond the defensive line. You want to get in behind them when you're sending those crosses in. That is the best way to attack a park bus. Trying to tic-tac-toe up the middle, Jesus Christ, you could play the game for days in Italy. You could be playing for weeks and not get much for opportunities. You want to get the ball in deep. You want to find trailing runs, from the trailing runs, then across back post like Thuram does, or sometimes keep working it over and have a shot. But in Bremer's case, not from 45 yards out. Madonna. Come. But yeah, we got work to do here. We got work to do, lads, okay? I'm not a big fan of shorter strikers. I do think David is a good player, but I'm not sure if he's good enough in the air and will win physical duels more often than not. Hope we get Kolomuani. See, this is the thing that we did say. Jonathan David's a good player. He's going to help us without doubt. I'm totally confident in that. I'm not worried about it. But you do lack this aerial threat from the top. And you know, Chico Conceição is playing fantastic here, but you do wonder if games like this, when you're parked, if playing two guys like David and Kolomuani is the better play and goes further for you as a group. But again, it would be an option love to have, but he ain't here. So we got to figure this thing out. You got to figure this thing out. But David can help you in getting in behind the defense on these switches and then getting those low crosses in. It's just getting in better positions. That Chico header on the one hop there, Suzuki didn't really get enough heat on it. Still almost kind of fooled him. That's a great ball from Thuram. We need more of that. Isolating, finding those moments. But why doesn't that happen on the left side? It hasn't happened once. Hasn't happened once from the left side where we've found multiple through Chico Conceição. Kalulu hit him, Locatelli hit him, Thuram hit him twice. Why is it not happening on the left side? You got to balance it out. If one threat, no matter what it is, only comes from one side, it allows them very, very easy to just shut it down. Okay? This was my concern. If David was 3 inches taller, he'd have 2 goals so far. I don't know. I mean, Thuram is tall as shit, and he had a couple that he could have probably latched onto and get in, and it just doesn't. It's just tight. It's tight. It's exactly what we expected from Parma. I expected us to handle it a little bit better and work it into the dangerous areas quicker and be able to actually punish them. And there was some good sequences here and there, but yeah, I don't know. In the final third, they're just a little too cute. Little too cute. Thuram, beautiful sequence there, working 2-1-2s. One in the middle with Locatelli, then another one up high with Jonathan David. But in the end, it's a muffin of a shot. I want to see that thing blasted like through the net. Yeah, I don't know. That short side header from David, he would have had a hell of a time. Even if he's taller, trying to put that on goal because he's already beyond the short side post. He knew what he was doing, trying to flick it towards the back. It's tough, you guys. It's tight. It's tight. We can Gio with a comment on the line. We could all use a few more inches. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious, guys. Get the likes up here. Get the likes up there on that note. That's hilarious, Gio. Holy. Maybe formation needs to change. I mean, when a team parks it like that, formation's going to have little to do with that. I mean, these guys are, you want dynamic players that can create, that can break it down. And you've got the right guys out here. I would just, like I said, find a way to get João Mario into this game and add another. But they need to do more off the ball. I need to see way more movement off the ball. It's annoying, but this is part of that, what's good for the team, what's best for the overall. Like, it's annoying when you play teams like this because you know you're going to be making a lot of off-ball runs that are not going to be rewarded, but you have to make them because that's going to be how you open up lanes, you open up space for your teammates. It's not happening on the left side. Chico, by a landslide, was the best player offensively for Juve in that first half. Our ratings coming out of that half, 6-6 for Di Gregorio. That guy could be playing this game in a lawn chair, okay? 6-7 for Gatti, 6-7 for Bremer, 7-1 for the Lord, Kelly, 6-6 Kalulu, 7-4 Loca, 7-3 Thuram, 7 for Cambiasso, 7 for Conceição, 7-1 for Yildiz, 6.2 for David. David, we get him on the ball how many times? 21 times. 82% accurate passing, 3 key passes from Jonathan David, barely touching the ball, but he gets on to 3 key passes in some nice sequences. Chico Conceição, 34 touches, 90% pass accuracy, 1 key pass, and 1 big chance that unfortunately did not end up in goal. For Kenan Yildiz with a 7-1, 32 touches, 88% pass, 0 key passes. 0 key passes. You can't have that happening from Kenan Yildiz. So I don't think he's 100%. He didn't look himself that second half. Yeah, we need more from these guys. We need more from these guys second half, and it doesn't look like any changes have come. So we're getting ready for the second half here. Let's go. And there we go. Second half kicks off. Fino alla fine, Forza Juventus. Win this damn game. Long ball by Suzuki. Thuram goes up. Bernabe heads it forward. Pellegrino then and Bremer. Sends them all the way back. David applying some pressure there. We're synced up here. Let's rock and roll. All right. Too much going on with the software sometimes on these lives, everybody. Juve 3, Parma 0 from Cash Money. Remember I said it. 3-0. Let's get the goals coming. Let's go. Let's get an early. Oh, David. Almost catches them for taking way too long there. Kelly pounces on it. Into Locatelli. Oh, for Chico, but the pass. Intercepted by Valenti. Uh-oh. Now sent up for Almqvist. Cutting in. Oh, that's a huge block from Bremer. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. My God, Bremer saving our blushes. Wake up, lads. Wake up. That would have been devastating, and that is exactly who you missed. Cambiasso now running the other way. Oh my God, that is a muffin of a pass. Just take the guy on. You're in the area. I do not understand why we are so scared to drive the ball in the friggin' area. Almqvist just did it the other way. That is ridiculous from Gleason Bremer, man. Yes. With the King Kong headband. That is a challenge Chiellini worthy. Let's go. And they're just sleeping on the outsides there too on that whole sequence there. There's no way one intercepted pass from there should have ended up in anything near that dangerous. Jesus. Gatti now to Locatelli. Sends it over for Cambiasso. And Cambiasso on that last sequence, you're in the area like that, just run at them. Draw a foul. Inside David. Settles to Thuram. He's got nowhere to shoot there. Out to Gatti. Oh, Gatti almost sends a left-footed floater into the corner. Jeez. All right. He might have to be shooting off foot more often than not. It's better than his right. Suzuki launching this one. We're already at 48 minutes, 15 seconds in the second half. David trying to settle here. Juve gotta get to this ball here. Come on, lads. Pellegrino easily settles this one. Parma's going to recycle all the way back with Suzuki. David keeping him inside with Keita. Now up ahead. Aleri launching this one. Bremer and Pellegrino line up. Kelly and Cambiasso making a little bit of a mess here. Cambiasso recovers, thankfully. Dude, Cambiasso, too long, man. Too long. Come on. Way too long. Make a decision. He's shutting his runs down when he should be carrying it forward further. He's not passing when he needs to pass on the first. Here he is on it now. Over to Yildiz. 4 guys in front of him. Drops for Cambiasso. See, the second Yildiz drops that back, he needs to go, and Yildiz needs to look to pop that over the top. Like, you got to make something happen, guys. You can't just pass back and stand there. Here's Chico on it. Cuts inside left. Oh, shots blocked. Keita now carrying it out. And Chico, beautiful work. Regains it. Comes back. Now to the outside for Lloyd Kelly. Inside for Chico. There is no option in that space right there. Nobody going there. Locatelli's now on. That should have been immediate when Chico gets that ball. What are we standing there for? Cambiasso now outside for Gatti. Completely pinned back is Parma. All players. 23 out. Here's Locatelli now. To the outside for Yildiz. Kelly offers an overlap. Here's Yildiz! Oh! Yildiz doesn't miss my much with a dipping drive far post. Suzuki outstretched. I don't think he's getting to that. Oof. That's a rocket. Oh, come on. Get in there. 50 minutes, 50 seconds. 0-0. Lloyd Kelly trying to go up there with Pellegrino. Gets a foot in there calmly. Thuram now sends it for Gatti. Kalulu next to him collects. Chico making that move up that flank. No way Kalulu takes a shot with his left foot. No way he takes a shot on making that pass attempt. Cambiasso now trying to thread the needle. Almost blocked by two Parma players. Still finds Conceição. Conceição now drops it back for Thuram. Cambiasso to his left. He collects. Back to Thuram. No off the ball movement. Nobody's moving these guys around. Parma just allowed to stay flat in a two-tier wall with just Pellegrino up ahead. Locatelli now. Outside. Chico. Takes it to his right. Oh, gets that one wrong. Looked as if he didn't get it to run ahead of him as much as he wanted. Parma starting to get some fresh legs in there because they are pinned all the way back. Like, they aren't moving much. Get João Mario in there so he can push Chico inside a little bit more. And oh my God, Suzuki makes a mess of that. We got to throw in deep in Parma's territory. We take it. Yildiz quickly into Cambiasso. Cambiasso into Locatelli. Now out to Chico. Gatti being an option to the outside. Collects here. Conceição overlaps. Now to Loca. Thuram right there in the center of the pitch. Now out for Yildiz. Being watched by Almqvist. Into Thuram. Little flick. Oh my God, that was a great idea. David just couldn't get it in there. Good step there from Kelly. Gets a call there because of the stomp down. Mavakakate va. Vakakate. Vakakate va. Vakakate. Hit you with the stats, everybody. Here's ball sent forward now. Parma trying to work up that right flank of theirs. Locatelli going up. Pellegrino gets called for a handball. And Locatelli quickly plays it in over to Gatti. Making a move up that right flank. Driving the ball forward. Kalulu to the outside. Plays it to him. Gatti moves into the area here. Fainted cross here from Kalulu. Chico drive. There you go. Drive. There's a shot blocked off the post. And Kalulu comes in. Hits it in, but the cross is blocked there. That's better. It's good from Chico, who's just busting his ass today. And that's what I mean. Quick. Immediately. He turned, took a look like, you need to turn quicker. They need to let him know. Turn. Fire. Might take a bounce like that. Take a deflection. Suzuki very fortunate there as he was dead to rights on that one after the deflection. Statistically speaking, 69% ball possession for Juve. 2 big chances. Parma has had 1 to start this second half. We've got 17 total attempts to their 2. Time to make them punish. Here's a ball from deep from Cambiasso, back post, and it's way too late for the coverage there. That's cleared out, but now the pressure's coming. Now the fans are fired up. See if we can punish Parma now, as they've got to be getting gassed. Just hemmed back, and now we're shooting. Now we're getting crosses, and we need to do that earlier in the game. Here we go, cross in. Thuram trying the flick on header there, but gets it all wrong. And you'd have to think that's the message from Tudor at half. Like, that's all you got. You just fire away. If you're going to cross, do it. Play with tempo. Put them under. Try to get in behind them and then send some crosses over. And don't drop everything high to the back post. Send some behind the defense, low and hard. Maybe they'll even slap one in their net. But yeah, 17 attempts from Juve, but it doesn't feel super threatening, does it? Sorensen coming in for Parma. Here comes Cole Miners set to take off. Well, João Mario's going to take Gatti, and Cole Miners is going to take Locatelli out. I tell you what, man, you better start pulling some swings. Whew, you better be pulling some strings out here, Cole Miners. You're taking Loca out. You better be pulling some strings here, man. Let's go. Loca had a very, very clean outing. So this to me tells me that you believe he's going to do more offensively, and he better from that spot. 3 key passes from Manuel Locatelli, 66 touches, 95% pass accuracy. As far as ground duels, he won 2 out of 3. Aerial duels, he won 3 out of 4. Only was dispossessed 4 times. Finishes with a 7.4 rating. Yeah, I'd have him around that too. Just over 7 for my rating. Him and Thuram were playing very, very well. Very, very well. Here's Cole Miners, who just comes into this game. He's on it now. To Kalulu. And Bremer gets the armband as Locatelli takes the sub. Bremer with the Capitano armband and the King Kong headband. That is a sight for sore eyes, let me tell you. Looking good. Look at this ball bouncing around all over the place. David just can't get it to settle there. In the end, Lloyd Kelly cleans it up. We recover through Kalulu. Now Lloyd Kelly on it. Has Cambiasso to his left. Plays it to him. Makes the overlap. Thuram now. Back outside for Cambiasso. To Thuram. Now out for Kalulu. Kalulu cross. Going back post. Kelly. It falls. There's David. Oh my God. David whiffs on the reaction shot, and then it still deflects and just rolls by the goal. Kelly might have been offside there, but stays on. It just bounces there. Oh, left-footed strike, and he whiffs on it. Shit. Come on. Here we go. Cross in. Take it short. Out to Chico. Chico. Out to Yildiz. Yildiz. Working on the left. Here's on the left. Here's a cross down. Yes! Jonathan David, baby. It's 1-0 for Juve. Let's go. Come on, baby. Hey, it's almost like somebody said, cross it in from behind the defense and see what happens. There's David on it. The Iceman. Yes. As cold as ice. Yes! Parma! Kenan Yildiz with the assist. Jonathan David makes it 1-0 Juve. Yes! Jonathan David, beautiful work getting to that one. 1-0. Finally we break them. Kenan Yildiz taking his man on. 1v1. Cuts to the left. Beautiful ball. Look at the touch there. Just enough to direct that one outside of the boot. Little touch there. David kicks off the campaign. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, Canada, baby. Oh, Canada. What a finish. And we're up 1-0. Chico now. Kieran across, plays it in. Cambiasso beats the first man. Up to Yildiz. Little ball forward for Kefren Turan. We're running at them. Inside for David, and he misses him on the pass. Turan misses him on the pass there. Good little sequence there running at them, but breaks down on that pass. Somebody's down here. João Mario. João Mario, who entered the game for Gatti. He's up. He's okay. Parma's on the throw from the left flank when we get the restart here. Let's go. Jonathan David making it 1. Come on. Let's add a couple more here for good measure. Bernabe out on the right flank for Parma. Good ball forward. Onkvist. Can't keep that in play. Trying to work away from the challenge of Lloyd Kelly. Cambiasso, man. It's a fucking throw-in, my dude. Madonna mia. It's a throw-in. Hey, look at our man here. Rick Owsey, 77. Added again. Gifting 5 AJC memberships, dude. You are a legend. You are a legend. Congrats to everyone that did receive one. Reach out to us if you want to come in the private AJC chat. It is something. We get fired up. We get heated in there. But it's all good. It's part of being the diehard. Oh, Yildiz. Dribbles in tight there, trying to just secure some retained possession for us. Thuram in the end eats a foul. But Rick coming in hot. Rick Owsey coming in hot with the memberships. Much love. Much love, brother. Juve on the ball here right at the half line with Bremer. Over to Lloyd Kelly. Plays it forward for Cambiasso. Cambiasso to Thuram. Thuram over to Kalulu. Now on the carpet here for David. He settles it into Thuram. Little flick pass to the left. Yildiz comes back to collect. Kelly overlaps. Yildiz keeps driving now to Thuram. Thuram's going to have a rip right at Suzuki. That's a good hit, but unfortunately, dead center. Thuram comes in, cleans this one up. It's going to be a throw-in from the left. We're at 65-minute mark here. And shout out to Tudor. I think we got to give him a shout out because he doesn't usually make subs around that 57 mark, but he made 2 of them there. Co-Miners coming in. João Mario coming in for Gatti. So Shout out there because he's notorious for waiting so damn long. Bremer, who, remember, right at the beginning of this half with a crucial block. That was 1-0 Parma. That was crazy. Huge block from him on Pellegrino. João Mario on it now to Co-Miners. Over to Chico. Drops off for Co-Miners. João Mario dropping back to become an option. We go back to Bremer. Now over to Lloyd Kelly. Cambiasso on it. Cuts inside. Drops it off for Kelly. It's right at the halfway line. Into Cambiasso, who's moved into the center of the pitch. For Kelly. Very comfortable from Juventus. Not much pressure from them on the ball right now. Knocking it about the back line. Kalulu's on it now. Now he goes over for Cambiasso. Lloyd Kelly's going to creep up that left flank. Here he is on it now. Goes back for Cambiasso. That's a brutal pass. And Cambiasso, like, go to the ball, man. Bernabe running away with it, but in the end, Co-Miners comes to help. Cambiasso's asleep at the wheel right now for the most part. Get your head right. Cambiasso can be just lights out. Lights out. And then he can just be so freaking slow and just like his brain's not even in neutral. Like it's in reverse sometimes. Suzuki gets the yellow. Dang. All right. It's going to get sent off. We'll get like a PK call where he gets a yellow. And he'll be sent off. Oh, Chico going back the wrong way. But still is cleaned up. Here's Co-Miners stepping into it in the middle. Driving forward. Gets a foul there. Sorensen, who just came in not long ago for Parma. The man guilty. Bremer to Thuram on the restart here. Now over to Lloyd Kelly. Got a lot of space ahead of him just to carry into Parma's half. Gives it to Thuram. Sends it over to the right side of the center circle for Co-Miners. Now to Conceição. Back for Co-Miners. To Bremer. He's going to go to Kalulu. Into Co-Miners. Quick exchange between him and Kalulu. Now over for Bremer. Parma starting to step forward now with a little bit of pressure. Yildiz can't settle that one down. Almqvist finding Pellegrino. Parma going to try to come at us. Here's Sorensen now to the outside left. Valeri whipping one in. Pellegrino gets way up. It does find the Parma player at the back post into Bernabe. And Bernabe just ended up playing it right back to Vlahovic. And he's pushed back. Bernabe now. Inside Keita. And Parma getting pushed back further and further. Gatti's got to come all the way back and collect. Keita for Bernabe. He beats Co-Miners. He's running right at our back line. Played out to the side. João Mario cuts it out. Little step there, and then he draws the yellow. He probably could have just kept going, but he takes that touch, so Sorensen gets the yellow. Oh, man. Probably would have been still driving forward. Oh, João Mario. Didn't want to kick on the burners. Over to Cambiasso on the left here. Now he goes back for Di Gregorio. Into Kalulu. Kalulu launching this one up at the top for Jonathan David. Touch there. He's bumped off it by the defender. David with the lone goal in this game right now. Lovely touch on a low hard cross from Yildiz after beautiful individual work from him. Parma now sending this one out. Oh, little nudge in the back there from Vlahovic. Now here's a cross coming in. Goes right across goal. Joao Mario settles at the back post. Plays it forward for Conceição. Now back inside for Kalulu. Joao Mario now up ahead for Cambiasso. Lovely header to Kalulu. That's good work from Juve to get out. And now we're off to the races the other way. It's Chico. Chico running at Valenti. In the area. Cuts inside. He's surrounded now. Oh, Yildiz with a soft shot. Left-footed on the spin there. Easily handled by Suzuki. Would have been a hell of a finish on a spin there. We've got 20 shot attempts for Juventus in this game. 2 for Parma. 1-0. Well, I tell you what, I mean, the attempt count is way up from these types of games last season. So, I mean, something's got to happen with that many attempts. Oh, sent in. Parma. Flick on, but at the back post, Joao Mario cleans it up. He does draw foul there. That was risky business. Not much in that one, man. Valeri gets a foul there, but risky business with Joao Mario there. Risky stuff there. I agree with you, Mitch, from Joao Mario there. Oh, Yildiz crossing up with Cambiasso there. Again, Cambiasso, just call him off and step to the ball. Just call him off loud. Take control. Cambiasso, a little bit of a passenger today for me. I don't like it. Needs to do more. Do more. Here's David applying pressure to Suzuki. Plays it out to the left there. It is settled, Valenti. Juve comfortable right now in their shell. This is not... This is possession that's been very little for Parma. 31% across the entire game for Parma as far as possession goes. Only 2 attempts. One of them being a big chance. Huge block from Bremer. Cambiasso now. Throw in taken. The back for Lloyd Kelly. Sends it over for Di Gregorio. Over to Kalulu. Joao Mario flips it forward for Chico Conceição. Little touch. Not sure if he was trying to go to Joao Mario or for Cole Miners, but he missed. But it's okay. We recovered. Great work from Chico. He spins his man. He's off to the races. You got David. Send him. Send him. Oh my God. In the end, we end with nothing. He had acres of space ahead of David, man. You've got to fucking send that ball, dude. Oh. That's the kind of shit that gives me achita. That's the kind of shit that gives me achita. Send that ball forward, man. David's screaming. He's pointing too. He's just got nothing but space there. I don't know if he's running like so because he's going full speed and like, is he trying to tee it up perfectly? Like, send the ball forward however the hell you need to. You're dribbling on your strong foot too, your left foot. Like, make that pass. I don't understand why you don't take that attempt. Valenti on it for Parma. Was he trying to tee up a rip from there? He does. Di Gregorio's there, sees it over his goal. That one from range. Testing the audience there. Testing the fans. Their keeping ability. 77 minutes, 6 seconds. 1-0 Juve. Jonathan David with the lone goal right now. And there he is. Dusan Vlahovic. Getting set to enter the pitch for Juventus. This one sent for Jonathan David, trying to go in there and win that one. Doesn't come away with it. Yildiz applying a little bit of pressure. Vlahovic now. At the back, Yildiz is going to apply more pressure. Del Prato as he goes back to Suzuki. Now he launches this one. Kelly's going to drop back. Easy header in. Colt Miners off his thigh and then hand, but he gets the break there. Cambiasso dribbles through the center. Now over to Kalulu. Crosses the halfway line. Pulls up. Gives it to Cambiasso. Quick exchange. Bunch of Tufa passes between the two. Finally over to Colt Miners. He goes to the left for Thuram. I don't think Juve's too fired up on getting that second goal, but love to see it. Thuram into Cambiasso to Colt Miners. To Cambiasso to Yildiz. And Cambiasso just fucking turns right into the only Parma player around him. It's wild to me, man. Some games from him. Chico into David. Back for Colt Miners. Here we go, David. Into Yildiz. Whoa, Yildiz, what a rip on the volley. Forcing a good stop from Suzuki there. What a hit. And that's, again, just into David's feet. Quick touch to Yildiz. Oh, man, that's a hard volley. That is dipping. Yeah, I agree with you as well, Roman. I think Cambiasso's been disappointing today. Very, very slow mentally. Like in decisions. Very, very slow. Jonathan David walking off. And he kicks off his campaign. He is the first goal scorer for Juventus in the 25-26 season. The Iceman. Taking his sweet time to come off as well. And Benetizak's coming in for Almqvist for Parma as well. And there's Dusan Vlahovic. We've got a corner kick here. Let's add a second. Bremer is only missing a set-piece goal from having himself one hell of a game. Okay, one hell of a game. Got the King Kong badge. He got a massive intervention back, stopping a goal. Add one, and it's over. Nico also comes in for Conceição. Cross coming in. Oh, it's a good one. Nico goes up for it, but it goes wide. It's a good cross. That's better. Valenti misses it. Nico is there. Just can't put it on target. That would be a way to step into the match. Nico, if there's one thing I will say about Nico, he is good on aerials, you guys. For a little guy, man, he's got some hops and he can get in there. Here's Vlahovic trying to settle the ball amongst two defenders. The touch will be night and day compared to Jonathan David now with Vlahovic up top there. Keita launching this one. Kelly, oof, a thigh down, but Cambiaso comes in. Can't settle the ball down. Has it out. It's going to be a Parma throw. We're at 81 minutes, 22 seconds. This one not far from over. Yildiz loses it to Bernabe. This is a cross back post, and Di Gregorio comes out quick and for good measure hits the deck. Reminder, everybody, while you're in there, let's get those likes up, okay? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And again, reminder, everybody, the first kit giveaway is upon us for the season. It is a home kit with Yildiz, who's got the first assist of the season for him on Jonathan David's goal in this one. Oh, red. Cambiaso. You guys. You can see it coming a mile away, man. This guy is just not having his brains about him. What the? Like seriously, Cambiaso. It's what on earth? Oh my god. Are we gonna have fucking Kostic starting next week? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Crazy. Why do we, like, you gotta be smarter, man. It's 80-something minute. You're up only one. The season just started. You're gonna go and do this for what? Here's a good break from Mario finding Vlahovic. Yildiz is on the run. To Vlahovic! And he adds it. Look at this. Mastuga. Vlahovic! 2-0. This guy, you are... Ooh, Vlahovic. Madonna mia. Easy with how you look at the crowds and everything, man. Come on. But Vlahovic makes it 2. Let's go. Calmate, Dushan. You stick around this year and you come off the bench and you bag? Okay. Okay, but João Mario. This guy, he does it again, man. He does it again in tight quarters in our area. He sends that slip ball right between like 3 Parma players. A little touch from Vlahovic, and then Yildiz. That's the second apple of the game. And he puts that one on the money. Vlahovic, you can't even fuck that one up. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Parma. Now this one's put to bed. Let's go. But Vlahovic, hey, what are we standing there amongst the fans? Just dropping one of these? Easy boy. Easy boy. Easy boy. Yeah, Yildiz had himself a fantastic second half, man. The first half, he looked like there was some problems there. Obviously, the knee taped coming out of the warm-ups. But, man, he had himself a second half, and ultimately he is super decisive for Juve. Right now sitting on an 8.2 rating. We talked about him having 0 key passes in the first half. I said that can't happen. He's going to be just as critical as anyone else, probably the most critical in terms of creation. And now he's sitting on 3 key passes, 2 of them being assists. And he also had 2 beautiful rips that could have easily gone in for him. So the second half, fantastic from Kenan Yildiz. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. But that whole sequence too, João Mario, man, in tight quarters, doing his thing. There is a significant difference between playing someone like that versus playing someone like Kalulu at that wingback role. 86-26. Now we're 2-0 up. There has been a red card. That's the Cambiasso sent in. Oh, that's a good, dangerous play there. In the end, João Mario trying to have it out off of Valeri, but he can't. It is going to be corner kick here for Parma. And Dushan's going to try and do his thing. Obviously, he's going to be on a free contract at season's end. He might even get picked up in January if he keeps coming off the bench and scoring. It's hilarious because he's got an incredible rate over the past few games, bagging goals, and everyone's been talking about him leaving and whatnot, but here we are in a situation where he sticks around. You know what? If you're coming off the bench and you're bagging, that's good. It's still a lot of money for a guy coming off the bench. Here's a shot from distance. Di Gregorio parries away. Had to be sharp there. That's a good rip. Di Gregorio, man. Solid keeper. That one's got some good swerve on it too. Had some serious heat on it. That's a good strike from that range. Really good strike. That's Bernabe. And Bernabe should be a player to watch in Serie A this season. He had a good season last year. Young player. Bernabe and Del Prato will be the ones to watch here for Parma. Questo's going to have his work cut out of him. 30-year-old manager in Serie A. He's going to have his work cut out for him with this side. Keita coming off, and Kenan Yildiz coming off to applause. Weston McKennie steps on. Look at Weston looking trim. Shedding the offseason. Looking good. Here, oh, that's a good one. And Di Gregorio punches it out, and we get a foul. Looked like it might have been Pellegrino. Good João Mario, man. Cutting in around 3. Little password, and then Vlahovic finding Yildiz, and Yildiz makes no mistake. He knows what he's doing the entire time. Vlahovic just has to stay on side there. Maybe Vlahovic is just meant to be a super sub, everybody. Maybe that's all it is. Let's go. 2-0 for the good guys. We're creeping up on the 90th minute here. And then we'll get a little bit of stoppage. Kalulu making a mess there. That one in the middle. Thuram comes in, cleans it up, goes all the way back for Di Gregorio. We're looking at distance covered across both sides. Cambiasso at 9.4 kilometers. David at 9.3 kilometers. Here's Vlahovic again, trying to do some work. Oh, he wins that one. Oh, and the second touch, he just watches roll away rather than try to just hit that towards the front of goal. Vlahovic just going to be super sub for the year. Di Gregorio on it here on a pass back. It's going to carry forward. We got 4 minutes of added time in the season opener. It's 2-0 Juve. Frustrating first half. But they came out on the throttle in the second half, found that lead, and found another for good measure. Yildiz with a spectacular second half for Juventus. Oh, that's, yeah, aggressive on the back of Nico Gonzalez there. Probably getting a forearm to the back of the head. And, you know, Colt Miner stepping in has just been clean since he came in. Just pulling some light strings, not doing anything crazy. There's a little more urgency from Locatelli that I can feel, but Colt Myers is doing his thing. He's not going to be insane, but he's not going to be this problem this year. Like, I don't see him being a problem at all. I think in this role from further back, he should be good for us. Gotta, like, last year was like everything was like on his shoulders. Like, he has to create. It's like, just calm down. We got creators up high and creators as wing backs. Now he could just be that midfielder, be another pivot. Del Prato carrying it forward here for Parma. He's going to switch it over to the left here. Valenti. Pick it up, just cross over into Juve's half. 92 minutes, 30 seconds. Here's a cross from far for Valenti. Easily picked up by Di Gregorio. He hits the deck again. Killing some more seconds off this clock. We got a minute, 20 seconds anyways before this thing is over. The ref giving him the 5-second countdown here to release the ball. And he's launching it. They let this one go on the backside all the way to Suzuki. Rolls it out now. Oh, Nico missing his man there on the side, but then recovers in lovely fashion. Sees this one out. It is going to be corner, though, for Parma. Oh, cross coming in, and it's bounced around now to the top of the area, and that's blocked. Joao Mario with a big block there. Tudor is screaming to get to the back post for some coverage. And here it is, and it does go back post. We got a foul here, though. Nico in the middle of this one again. And we got about 10 seconds, and then we're going to see this one out. Big shout out to Azzurre Juve here. Anthony, love it. Thank you very much. 24 million super sub. And great job with the live today. Everybody, it's in the books. The first one of the season is there. We got ourselves a 2-0 victory, all right? So, frustrations in the first half with Juve walking away with an absurd amount of possession in the first half, okay? 70% to 30. Walking away with 12 total attempts. 2 big chances compared to Parma's 1 and nothing doing. But in the second half, Juve, 59% possession, but another 13 total attempts. 2 big chances. We walk away 2-0. Kenan Yildiz with 2 assists. Jonathan David with the first goal of the 25-26 season for Juventus. And Vlahovic, the 24 million super sub, adding the second. And Parma walks away with a 2-0 victory for Juve. And that's how you kick the campaign off, all right? That's how you kick it off. Bremer with one hell of a performance. Worthy of the great Giorgio Chiellini, rocking the headband. Ended up getting the captain's armband when Locatelli was substituted. With a huge block in the first half that would have ramped up the intensity for Juve if he didn't stop that, because Pellegrino was staring down an empty net. Massive block there from Bremer. And that allowed us to go into the lead and then ultimately take control of things. The one blemish on this game has to be a silly red card for Cambiaso. And now we have to look at the situation in the next match for Juventus, because Juve now is going to go into their next match, and that's going to be against Genoa, and we're going to need an alternative there. So we'll see what Tudor decides. Will it be Kostic, in fact, starting for Igor Tudor? I don't know, but Cambiaso was one of the guys that really, today, he just didn't have his brains about him in this game. And you could see that one. He was just, a day late, a buck short, probably all over the pitch. And that's a silly red card to take in that moment. But again, we'll get into ratings, player ratings right now. You see Parma saluting their tifosi that traveled. Pellegrino, man, I tell you, surprised me with how strong he is. And the battles he went with Bremer. And in the end, Bremer shut him down on a huge block there. So, Di Gregorio, 6.9. Yeah, really eating up anything and everything he had to. Made a really good save on Bernabe late there on a swerving shot from range. He did everything he had to. Pushing a 7, no problems with it. Gatti at a 6.8. Yeah, maybe a 6.5. Kalulu at a 7.3. I'm not really feeling that one. Probably both of them around 6.5, 6.7s. Kalulu as a outside wingback player, no. As a fullback, starting from further back, I could probably see it, but like this, when the midfields get kind of flooded like that, you got to be much better technically. Kenan Yildiz does get the official man of the match, everybody, just so you know, with the 2 helpers. Big second half for him. Bremer, on an 8 performance. It was a solid showing from Gleison Bremer. Incredible showing from him. Kelly, 7.3. Higher than Gatti and higher than Kalulu for Kelly. I will say this. On the ball seems to be his struggles still. Locatelli, 7.5. No problems with it. Thuram finished with an 8. I'm not so sure he gets higher than Loca. I put them probably both pushing that. 7.6, 7.7 probably for both is good for me, but Thuram finished with an 8. Cambiaso had a 7.6 rating in this one. I didn't have him even at a 7. I'll be quite honest. I don't even have him at a 7 in this performance. 6.7 maybe for Cambiaso, maybe 6.5. Conceição at a 7.4. 7.4 might be a little high, but around a 7 for sure. 7.2. He was easily the best in the first half. Even in the second half, he was pushing things for us continuously. Yildiz finishes with a 9, 2 assists. His first half was something to forget, but man, did he make it worth it in the second half. 2 fantastic shots from him. One forcing a big save from Suzuki. Another one just going wide at the far post. But in the end, the 2 critical assists on goals. And Jonathan David finishes with a 7. Very low rating coming out of the first half. Just over break even at 6.2. Second half, finding that goal. It only takes 1. That was a beautiful finish too. So there you go. There it is. As far as ratings coming off the bench, João Mario finishes with a 7.1. João Mario can definitely be a handful, especially if he's going to be used against tired legs. But I think you're going to find games where you could probably use him to break down the bus too. But if a game ever gets wide open, and like Parma trying to chase some type of equalizer, he will absolutely destroy teams if he's given even the slightest bit of space. So João Mario could be a big game changer for Juve moving down the season. Co-Miners came in 57 minutes, same time. He finished with a 7 rating. João Mario finished with 7.1. Nico Gonzalez came in late, 80th minute, finishes 6.7. Vlahovic gets a second goal coming in at the same time, 80th minute, 7.2 rating. McKennie did not qualify for a rating as he came in the 89th minute. That's where we go, everybody. We do have time for Storm the Barn. And big shout out here. Tutto Azzurri. Salute, salute. Ciao, ciao. Grande vittoria. Forza Juve. Sempre. Sempre fra. Okay, sempre fra. Fino alla fine. Now, let's get to some Storm the Barn. What do we got out here? What do we got out here? How many more signings would you make and who? Look, I want Kolo Muani to come in. But Matt, 24 million's a lot for a super sub. All right. I still want Kolo Muani to come in, and I would feel a lot better with a left center back coming in, somebody that's dependable. I'd feel way better about us moving forward with those two. Right now, it's a little bit scary and thin if injuries are to happen, which probably will to certain guys, but knock on wood, hopefully we don't. I'd feel a lot better with that. What else we got? Do you think it could be Wes or Nico to play left wing back instead of Kostic during Cambiaso's suspension? I would probably go the Weston McKennie route myself, personally. But I have no idea how Tudor's going to approach it. I wouldn't be surprised if it is Mac or Nico or even Kostic starting. I have no idea how he's going to approach that. What would you guys do? Who would you play? For me, I'd probably play McKennie out there for the game against Genoa. That's just me. I'd probably go that route. I'd go that route. What do we got for you? Cambiaso always has been way too hot-headed. He has a tendency to do dumb stuff and be a liability on the pitch when provoked. He needs to calm the fuck down, if you ask me. I mean, Tudor's gotta, same thing with Yildiz last year when he had his incident. It's the same thing. These guys have to understand situations. There is no excuse. You're at Juve. I don't give a shit if you're 17 years old, if you're 30 years old. You're 1-0 up in the 80-something minute, 81st minute, 82nd minute. There is no need to react to basically nothing there. If you ask me, I feel like he was frustrated more in the fact that he was putting up a stinker and took it out on this guy more so than what the other player even did to him. So Cambiaso, that's on you, man. Just get your head out of your ass. I literally feel like he's just taken his frustrations in his performance out on that guy. If you ask me, he's got to smarten up. Got to smarten up. The message needs to be there from Tudor. Great win, but it never comes without some drama. What the fuck was Cambiaso thinking there? Never give the City fan the armband again in the future. LOL. Yeah. Some actually threw that out in the chat. I did catch it there that say this is the guy that wants to vie for the armband. And the funny thing is that one of the alternatives this season is in fact Cambiaso or Yildiz, and he did the same thing last year. These guys just need to understand situations better. And I fail to believe that Tudor won't send a strong message about fucking situations a moment. The season just started. And you're going to throw us into a situation where we already have to look at something against Genoa. Don't take yourself out of games. Don't take yourself out of matches. And there is no excuse for that. The guy was just putting up a stinker and got frustrated and took it out on a Parma player. And it was just nonsense. Cambiaso answered the question why he isn't on the captain's list. Do you think it could be Wes or Nico? Okay, so we kind of answered that one already. I have no idea what Tudor would do. I know what I would do. Not Juve related, but Atalanta will finish 9-10 this year. We said the same thing. There were some actually picking Atalanta to win the Scudetto this year. All I have to say is there are some powerful drugs out there. Everybody stay away from them, because if you think these guys are going to be winning the league, you got another thing coming. So right now, as it sits, you have a 3-way tie for top of the table after one game, and it's Napoli, Como, and Juventus, each with 2-0 victories. All right, Cremonese obviously with a 1-0 victory, and even Roma with a 1-0 victory, all up there with 3 points, but with the goal differential, Napoli, Como, Juve right up there at the top. Cremonese, oh yeah, big win there. And Pisa in the end ends up with a draw with Atalanta there. So the other score lines, obviously Como defeated Lazio, Cagliari and Fiorentina, a 1-1 draw, Atalanta and Pisa 1-1. You're going to see tomorrow Udinese and Hellas Verona, and then Merda takes on Torino. So we'll see. For now, top of the table. Top of the table. Let's keep rolling with these Storm the Barns. I got some more time, everybody. Having a good time here. Hope you guys enjoyed this live session. Get the likes up. Reminder, subscribe if you haven't already. This is the first kick giveaway. The man of the match today, Kenan Yildiz. That's the first kick giveaway of the 25-26 season. Now, Shaq Crispy, the continuous attack today is a major improvement from last season. Potency is a question, but I think the mentality is far better compared to Motta's Juve, yeah? The one thing we talked about it there, and I looked at it during this game, and I said, in the second half, you could feel it. In the first half, there was lulls, but there was still a general motivation and drive to go at them. I think now it's more just finding the ideas. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? In the second half, there was more of a direct approach. It's going to be like, dude, if you have a line of sight on goal, take that rip. Get bodies into the area, follow in. If you're going to talk about crossing, what did Kenan try to do? He kept trying to get around the defense and cross from in behind them. That's how you're going to hurt these teams that want to clamp down there, right? Because then you've got your attackers running onto while they got their back and they're facing goal. That's what you want to do. Chico was a handful for them. Still had a couple blips here and there, but Chico really had a strong game. It's going to be about the ideas. Off the ball movement is going to be key. Chico does it with the best of them. We need the others to kind of keep that level on the left side. But like I said, a big thing is Cambiaso. I said it after some of the preseason games. He is going to be so critical to how much Juventus creates. He's going to be so critical to that. When he's like he was today, not really zoned in, kind of like no stonato. When he's stonado, he's not going to really be doing much that helps the others. So it's one of those things. But Thuram had himself a really good game. He's got some dangerous crossing. He took a hell of a rip too at one point. And man, he just put it dead center of goal. If that thing's moving just to the side, Suzuki's going to have a hell of a time with that one. But I do like the pressure, the amount of attack, and just really that attitude. But in the second half, you could tell Tudor's like, guys, what are you doing? Let's go. And we had games like this against teams that clamped down where we didn't even come close to this many attempts. You know, Juve finishes what? This one, how many total attempts? 25 or something like that? Massive. We had certain games like this where you're waiting 15 minutes between attacking sequences. So there is some improvement. But again, it's only game one. It's only the first game of the season. We take it in stride and we move. We did learn, for me, I don't think Kalulu's going to go very far in terms of a wingback option. In a pinch, you can get away with it. He did have some really good crosses, so we can't say it's all bad. But those are positions you want occupied with dynamic players, at least against park buses. When you're getting into teams that are going to have their fair share of the ball through a game, then you could look at mixing things up, because the game, in theory, should be a little more open as well, right? Yeah, that's really all I could see as far as that goes. Mitch, we should clarify all scenarios with Dusan. He might prove valuable and put the price up for Milan. Still, it should be settled. I don't think there's really anything to settle. I think it's just where we're at right now. He's contracted for another year. He's staying. Unless Milan will probably push. But do you get rid of him now? Are you able to bring Coloma? Imagine a situation where this guy's coming off the bench now and bagging goals. And you say goodbye, see you later. And then he can't, for whatever reason, we can't land like Colo anymore. And then what, you're falling back on some of these fallback options? I don't know. Now all of a sudden things change, right? It's a hell of a salary for a super sub. I'll tell you that. My God. Is it not cheaper to keep Dusan and his salary and pass on the crazy Muani fee? So that's the whole thing. Is if you're passing on Vlahovic, if they're saying goodbye to Vlahovic, Juve's not taking a loss. That much is clear now. Otherwise, they would have said goodbye by now. They're not taking a hit. So in the end, if you don't want to take a hit, this is the only route. It's the only route. The thing about it all is you're kind of playing with this ticking time bomb, right? Because if the situation is he's playing for his next season squad, if things are truly done with Juve, it's great he's scoring now. He's coming on a sub. He stood in front of the fans, put his arms up like he's God. Like, here I am. This is what I can do. Okay, great. That doesn't erase everything that's happened. Doesn't erase even, how this situation has gone. Doesn't erase that 24 is insane. I mean, it could have been a different story if he even worked with the club on spreading out the salary. Maybe you extend a couple of years. Doesn't stop you from leaving if you want to leave out also. It's very complicated with a lot of layers to it. But if we're buying Kolo Muani, I'd be fine with it. At the end of the day, you just want guys that also want to be here and everything. But Vlahovic right now off the bench is determined to prove himself. And that might not be bad for us. That might not be bad. Because Gugino Eddie says Dusan plays well when he's pissed. Maybe he could stay pissed off for an entire season. Let's see. If he's going to keep coming off the bench and bagging goals because he's got a great rate now all of a sudden of doing this, hey, it is what it is. Chris says David's game today was copy and paste to a Trezeguet game. The more I see him, the more he reminds me of Trezeguet. That is some high praise, but I'll tell you the one thing that sticks out, and I said it was very Trezeguet-esque, the goal he scored against Atalanta in the preseason. He doesn't need much. To find a goal, but he's always like working for the team and everything, and he comes up. He comes up when you need that one, and that was a hell of a touch. To finish that playoff. It was a good run. There were some runs out there that he was kind of flat-footed on, not quick to, whatever, but we got to remember, this is his first true game of a clamped down Serie A squad. That's the first time he's like really experienced. In the preseason, you don't get that. You don't feel it. We didn't see that. He didn't see that in the preseason. That's the first time he truly got it. And honestly, I liked his game. He did all the right things. Coming in, being an option for teammates, dishing off to them, trying to play quick 1-2s, and trying to get on the end of some aerials as well. He played a good game. Good game. But to say that there are similarities between him and Trezeguet is not comparing him to Trezeguet, who is the all-time foreigner leading scorer of Juventus. It's similarities in not really feeling like he's in the game or involved, but still able to impact it and ultimately come up with a goal and find a goal. That's a similarity that you could say, even if you followed Jonathan David previously. Making that comparison is fair. Not saying he's going to be like Trezeguet or he is, like, take it easy. Just saying that there are some similarities in the fact that he's a guy that could score a goal out of nowhere like Trez. That's fair. All right? Now, we keep rolling. Do we see a Dusan contract year like the one of Rabiot? Will he suddenly turn into prime CR7 just because his contract is up next summer?
He's playing for himself. Every decision he's made so far has been for himself, not for Juve. He knows, his agent knows, if he leaves right now, he doesn't get the contract anywhere near he wants. What is typical of a free agent signing? They get way more. They get way more in terms of their salaries. They're inflated. So he's already going to get that. If he can come off the bench and be adding goals and whatnot, he still collects this massive wage he's on now. He's already going to get more salary just on the fact that it's going to be a free deal. And his agent is obviously going to be pushing him for that because he's going to make more in commissions. So Dusan is playing for the best possible situation that he can for himself next season. 100%. He's going to be doing that. Do we see a lights out season from him as a sub? Maybe. Maybe. Honest, did this team overall look like a Scudetto winning side or a team that has the potential? For a game one of a team, I mean, I don't know. I've seen us win when I didn't think that it was Scudetto winning side. Like, I mean, I don't know. Does this team have what it takes? With Bremer back there, I feel way better in the defense. Offensively today, with the drive, with the attitude, I think as they get more comfortable working against these low blocks, which is a nightmare, I think we can. But here's the key. When we saw it today, so much relies on these guys, and our team is so skinny. But like, if you take away Chico and you take away Yildiz from this team, like, you are really, really going to suffer the creation. You are really going to suffer in terms of creation. These guys need to stay fit. They need to stay fit. But does it look like a Scudetto winning side right off the hop, right off the gate? Maybe not. Do we think we can improve from last season? This game, 100%, I would say yes, that we can improve on last season. 100%. 100% we can improve as a team last season. We drew 16 games. Maybe this game last season, you go down 1-0 and you're fighting for a draw instead. And again, Bremer is like a new signing for this team. So, hey, is this Scudetto winning right out of the gate? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe so. But we can improve, and I think we will be improved. 16 draws last season, you guys. That's absurd. It's like 18 wins, 16 draws, 4 losses, something like that. In Serie A, way too many draws. This game might have been a draw last season. Might have been a draw. From 1 to 10 before Cambiaso's red, how did you rate his game? I put him at like a barely a break even, like a 6. Just right there. They all started 6, barely a break even. I didn't think he was too sharp. Not very smart in decisions. Very slow. Yeah, I just didn't think he was very, very strong. I didn't think he was very strong today. Put him at like a 6. I would bring in Zhigrova, O'Reilly, and Laporte and sell DV Knight and Nico. I mean, this team and selling, I mean, that's kind of the issue. They can't. They haven't been able to. You know? As much as certain teams want guys, like Atletico wanting Nico. Can't sell it. If we land Colo, we have the best attack in the league. Agree or disagree? If we land Colo Muani and you're taking Dusan out of it, I already think the potential for Yildiz, David, and Conceição is through the roof. I think there's massive potential for those front three, especially when Yildiz is playing like he did the second half. You add Colo into the mix, it's different. It's different. And then all of a sudden you do have a guy that can hurt you aerially as well and still offer that build-up play and play dropping deep. David can drop deep. You have a lot of options. I like it. Best attack in the league? Yeah, I'll go out and say best attack in the league. I'll agree. feeling like if it wasn't for Bremer in the first half, we'd break mentally after losing first half 1-0. Well, we didn't lose the first half, but the start of that second, we came out guns blazing. But that one play, that one turn, and Gatti caught sleeping where they come back at us. If Bremer doesn't make that, he doesn't make that huge block, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you're fighting behind the 8 ball, and we did that so much last year, chasing games. I'd rather feel better that we didn't even allow that. I think in the end of the day, we did allow 2 big chances to them, if I'm not mistaken. I'll check it right now, but I think we allowed 2 big chances. No, only 1 throughout the entire game. So they literally had 8 attempts, 1 big chance. It was literally that only one. It would have felt better if we were more sharp and aware and didn't let that guy, Almqvist, come through like that after 1 turnover way up the pitch. But at the end of the day, that's why you got Bremer, right? That's why we went out and bought him at that time, to do exactly that. So he's back there now. He's doing his job. This was a big, big game for Bremer. I like it. I like it. The first one in the books, you needed 3 points. First half left us nervous. In the end, they bagged 2. Kenan Yildiz shows that he's ready to have a big, big season for Juve, and we need him to do that. Guys, this live's been a lot of fun. I thank you guys as always. Drop a like on your way out. All right, share the content, clip whatever you want, have fun with it. I appreciate all the support. You guys have been amazing for so long. We're making some serious headway, a lot of push. You guys are massive. You know, we're getting a lot of guys reaching out to us, like Football Italia reached out to me the other day. Like, we got a lot of collabs coming, and it's all because of you guys and where you're going out in terms of Twitter, Instagram, etc., and always pushing us forward as like a top podcast, the best Juve channel, etc. Like, you guys are amazing. We get a lot of connections that comes from that. And again, this is why we do these kick giveaways. This is why we're doing all of that, is just as our way of saying thank you, right? So there's plenty of giveaways coming up this season. All right. The next batch already coming in. We're going to have a lot of fun and hopefully enjoy a very, very good, strong season from Juventus 25-26, everybody. And it kicks off with this 2-0 victory against Parma. I thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. I got a match myself tonight that I'm going to be able to play with a lovely, clear head and mind. I look forward to that. And tomorrow morning, we got a panel, myself, we got Mas, we got Sev, and we're going to cover this one in depth, and we're going to talk about everything in the aftermath and get ready for what's on deck for Juventus. And there's still a little bit mercato left. You guys, take care. As always, no matter what, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti. Take care.